Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly Pick a Card Tarot readings for the week of March 10th. If you're new here, my name is Sydney, I'm the Tarot Guy next door, and I use my occult knowledge and intuition to help guide you towards the life you want. If you have a question you want to ask the cards, you'll find information on how to get a private reading below. And if you want to learn how to read the cards, you'll find information on my beginner's course below. I'll be doing 5-card open readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot with Aquamarine, the Tarot of Symbolic Width with Snowflake Obsidian, and the New Palladini Tarot with Tiger's Eye. We also have 4 different Oracle cards to choose from 4 different decks. So go ahead and pick which tarot deck and which Oracle card resonate with you the most. It's totally fine if you're drawn to more than one. And as always, you can pause this video if you need more time. As always with collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. If you want to jump straight to your reading, you'll find timestamps below. And with that, let's go right to the readings. Alright, Group 1, let's see what we have for you for this week. Let's see what we have. Okay. Very interesting. The Wheel of Fortune up right at the bottom of the deck specifically is what I thought was very interesting. You know, with the Devil reversed in the middle of everything, I'll tell you not to panic, but given, you know, the 4 cards surrounding him, didn't seem like there's much to worry, but you never know who's watching. All right, I'll see you right now. Group 1, I got the overall vibe of this very quickly, but I stayed paused for a while because it's difficult for me to map this into the wide variety of situations that this can apply to. And it's funny, I just before pausing, I said you never know who's watching. But the long and short of it is, you know, these 2 cards being the only reverse cards in the whole thing, and the only pips in the entire thing being the 9 of Coins and the 2 of Swords, this is kind of hinting at a decision or decision-making process that needs to be made that has a danger of insecurity creeping up. And the 2 main ways that insecurity can creep up here based off these 2 cards is impatience or lack of focus or scatterbrainedness. Longtime viewers will know why I pointed to the Queen of Coins while saying that. But yeah, and with the Devil here, this is looking like there's a possibility that whatever change, whatever cycle is being hinted at by the Wheel of Fortune here, whatever turn of events that is kind of outside of your control, is kind of bringing up old memories. And the card that confuses me the most of all of this is the Queen of Cups, because it's not like the surface way to read her is to, you know, center yourself to make sure that you're, you know, not letting the negative voices that might creep up in times like this get to you. Like, I guess I threw that out, and the reason I led with she's the most confusing card is that I don't have much to add, and it feels very basic, very surface level, you know? But coming back with the 9 of Coins, this might be a reminder of, an invitation to remember the abundance that you do have. And some advice that I've been throwing around a lot recently for people who might need to hear this kind of thing. Because again, this is like old wounds or old insecurities creeping up because a change is reminding you of a past change. And you know, the person that you were back then, you're looking back at it now with judgment, and it kind of has risk affecting, you know, the current iteration of this choice or whatever. And yeah, some advice that I'd been saying not that long ago is to compare your, it's the remember how far you've come meme. It's a meme on this channel at this point anyway. But yeah, and to best remember how far you've come, it's to remind yourself, to compare yourself to yourself last month or last week or last year, depending how far back or how recently you need to go to see, you know, where the delta between the you now and the you that you'd compare yourself to would kind of remind yourself that maybe you do have, you know, 6 coins tucked away, and you can afford to, you know, get rid of 3 of them, you know. Again, I don't want you to read too deeply into that depending on what this insecurity is. But yeah, that's really the risk for this week. So unfortunately, that's all I can say. If you like this reading, please give this video a like, and you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. Good luck. I'll see you there. All right, group 2, let's see what we have for you for this week. Pyramid placement is on point, so that should be pretty nice. Oh, King of Cups is the only human depicted, so I'll remind you that we all have the entire deck inside of us. Since this is the only human depicted, I'm probably going to read this as you, and let's just say I watch my analytics. Give me a second here. All right. Good. I will see you right now. Group 2, I don't think I'm going to have much to say to you, but the overall vibe of this is one of a successful field test. What's making me say this is, well, actually, it's a combination of all the things that I noticed when I paused. That's kind of a tautology. Let me just present them to you. So when looking at the breakdown of the pips here, because there's only one human, everything else is a pip. And I noticed that we have 3, 4, 6, 8, and 9. And although the order of numbers and what's missing, I don't care about that. The thing that jumped out is that the lowest number, the 3, is the same suit of as the king. And if we see the progression from the 3 to the 9, no matter how they're laid out here, it gives us a story where even though the king starts off in familiar territory at 3, in order to get to the thing that, the ultimate pip in this spread here, which is the 9, he needs to go through the 8, which is the most foreign thing to him. It's the only phallic card in this entire thing. The king is the King of Cups. He's the King of Chalices, and in that regard, it's looking like a mini contained hero's journey, but the protagonist is someone who's kind of master of their field, but learning how to apply this in slightly related and sometimes entirely foreign fields, and obviously with the 6 of coins at the bottom of the reading underpinning everything, I'm tending to read like a positive outcome for this, but these are all pips. There's not a single major here. If you've been hungry for a win, don't beat yourself up too much if you don't get a win this week. But whether you do or you don't, I think there'll be a good progress made towards one. If you like this reading, please give this video a like, and you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. All right, group 3, let's see what we have for you for this week. Let's do it. What is this? The Queen of Swords reversed. This should be good. 10 of Swords reversed, don't panic. Page of Coins reversed. This is the 9 of Coins, told you not to panic. And the 10 of Coins reversed. I will not repeat myself. Give me a second. Yeah, that'll do. So I will put that here, and at the bottom of the deck we have the 4 of Swords, because of course we do. Okay, give me a second here. Yeah, that'll do. I'll see you right now. So the big question I would say is whether this 10 of Coins reversed is ahead of you or behind you. No matter which case that is, the way that this central theme is represented by everything else, it's kind of like a hard-won victory that leaves you bruised and battered at the end. Like you get the win, but at what cost? And sometimes, getting to the finish line involves making a bunch of hard decisions, and this is, if this win is behind you, this is looking like a week of rest, recuperation, reflecting, getting all the lessons, making sure that you, do an honest assessment of, what did we leave behind? What are we taking forward? And was it the right move? What you could have done differently leading up to this Ten of Swords reversed, and that kind of thing. And yeah, whatever this cycle is, it's really interesting to have the Page of Coins and the Ten of Coins side by side here, both in reverse. But it's kind of like a passing of the threshold, but the newbie mistakes that come with it. And again, like I often say that pages are graduated aces, but having him, immediately following the 10, which is what you're graduating from, and we have two 10s, it's kind of giving that vibe of maybe the hard fought victory was like one of your first times dealing with this type of situation. That may or may not be the case, but there's a definite newness here. And I've been kind of ignoring the Queen of Swords because it's very difficult for me to establish what she's adding to this conversation, given that this is a collective reading. It's suggesting that there's something that's not being looked at honestly, or that's not being communicated openly. But depending on what all of this other shit means, sometimes it's good to play it close to the vest. And sometimes that is what causes unnecessary pain because you're, withholding shit from people who could use that information to, better do what they have to do, So my general rule is if you perked up hearing me say sometimes you got to play it close to the vest, this might be an invitation to open up. And if it made you scared, that's definitely an invitation to open up. I don't know how to map that to the corollary, so I guess you dodged that bullet. But yeah, having the nine of coins and the Four of Swords being the only two upright cards in this entire thing has been what's really strongly determining how I read everything else. And I'm really glad I remembered to mention this before wrapping up, because this kind of seems dramatic, as most readings with the Ten of Swords are. But there are no majors here, so it's looking like something that might feel like a big deal, and maybe it is, but in the grand scheme of things, it's kind of not the final determination, So if this win is in front of you, you might have to take a couple more slings to get the ball into the end zone. And if it's behind you, then, rest and recuperate and appreciate what you've accomplished. If you like this video, please give this video a like, and you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to our Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. It's kind of wild that the Nine of Coins showed up in all three readings because we have the Virgo eclipse this week. If the eclipse is in Virgo too, that would be kind of weird. But regardless of anything, this is looking like the shot. Group A, your card is Earth. If I've pulled this card before, it was a long time ago. The text under it reads, "The frequency of Earth activates our deep connection to this physical plane by showing us the beauty of all the aspects of our Great Mother and revealing the more ethereal, spiritual aspects of our nature." This is looking like a week to, maybe lean into the hippie woo-woo, we are one. Before saying this next thing, a lot of what I see in manifestation circles interprets the type of things that I'm about to say as self-blame. I don't mean it that way. But, the challenges are kind of, invitations for you to solve something, and that might be something to keep in mind this week. Also, I've definitely pulled this card not that long ago. Anyway, Group B, your card is Rebel. This is the 25th Lunar Mansion. Where is that? This is... Oh, it's in the middle of Aquarius. Give me a second. Of course, the lunar mansion that's right in the middle of Aquarius is going to be named Rebel, and it's going to have some lady upside down because, of course, this is looking like a week to, well, not necessarily shake the box or buck buck the thing that people buck in the buck expression, but also to just be true to yourself. And because sometimes being different doesn't necessarily involve being in your face, but it does involve, like, not necessarily capitulating to the first challenge. Wink, wink. Group C, your card is Leliel, the Angel of Night. Longtime readers know I often just read what's on the card. So now that I've shown it to you, I will take a better look myself. I don't know, Group C. I wish there was another way to read this, but I'm reading this as an invitation to play close to the vest. The first thing that struck me when I paused was how I'm reading a strong vibe of guardedness, and especially since she's the angel of the night, that's the best time of day to do secret stuff. I wouldn't encourage conspiring against people. Maybe, birthday parties is one thing, but, don't be plotting against people if you care about the relationship in the long term, or at the very least, if the relationship will exist in the long term, because you never know what you're setting up for yourself. But this is looking like an invitation to play it closer to the vest. Group D, your card is opposition, confrontation. Holy shit. Listen, given the readings that I gave, this is pretty clearly an invitation to, like, not be afraid to speak up. However, I just want, because the actual physical representation are these two, ridiculously obscene elks or horned animals, whatever the fuck these are, and they're like ramming heads. However, the classical oppositions are Saturnian in nature, so I just wanted to remind you, this isn't necessarily butting heads, but sometimes it's, coldly staring at each other from across the table, which is a completely different vibe from this, but definitely still in opposition and can be confrontational. So yeah, this is looking like be worth the trouble, and sometimes, if you've deposited enough goodwill, it's good to make a few withdrawals if you think it's for, the best good, according to you, Again, the 9 of coins showed up in your reading, definitely. So keep that in mind. And that's a good note to wrap up on. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please give this video a like. I hope you have a great week. Take care. I'll see you soon.